Good morning, everyone. I am coming to you on the 6th of April, which is a Thursday, 2017. Folks, I want to thank you again. I want to thank you continually for the response. These are all t-shirts. This is all CDs. I just got in the Dereck CD yesterday. I probably, I don't know if I'm underestimating myself or what, but I only had made 50 of these, and the first day I've sold over 20. I don't know yet whether or not I should order any more, but that's a really wonderful immediate response. And I'm happy to say that I linked on Facebook a couple tracks from the CD and said, well, people listen to this, because I'm sure some of you people never even listen. You know, you see me talking and you see my posts, but I bet you a bunch of you never even listen to the music. And that led to some sales, because this music is good. And I thought right quick what I try to do is share a bit of my process. Now, most of the tracks on this CD were made in the digital domain using Reason 5 software. I'd love to get an upgrade, but I only have Reason 5. I think they're up to Reason 7, 8, or 9. But now I'm going to use my camera. It's going to make some noise because of the microphone being in it, but I want to show you, if I can, a bit of my process, okay? I'll try to be quiet here. Okay, so people have asked me before. So there's the software that I use, and there I am. And I compose quite a bit of stuff just using the MIDI keyboard. Now, the challenge is that in using MIDI and computers, there's latency. In other words, like when you hit the note, there's a delay in the response. So consequently, when I write in MIDI, I have to realize the idea, figure out the idea, and then I have to put the notes, then I record them, but most of the notes I have to move, you know, because of the lateness, okay? So like, for example, here's a track here. This is on the CD, House and Diary. So if I were to try to play along with it, it's going to be, the notes will be late. See what I mean? It's late. The other thing that I'll put this back now. The other advantage for me in working in the digital domain with MIDI is, since I'm not a trained pianist, and also I'm really lousy with music theory, I can move the notes where they need to go. If I hit a bad note, I can just move it. And then I haven't added real bass to many of these tracks. Mainly, you know, I know that the songs do feel better when you add a real rhythm section, but so far I've really enjoyed just, you know, the creations, the way they come out, and maybe no, I'm liking working with Reason, and the tracks are coming out good. I'm gonna try to pull something up here to play while I talk a little bit longer here to just illustrate the music. Folks have been recommending stuff to me, and I appreciate it all, but I have to tell you that I'm still not at the point where I can freely spend money on new releases. Like, for example, I do definitely want to get the new Mew when that comes out this month. I like Mastodon, but I have no, I don't need to buy that. I've heard it. I like what I've heard so far, but I'm not in a mode where I'm consuming. I'm making music. I like receiving music, but I don't have enough disposable income to buy records. I mean, that's the one thing about working. I'm glad to not be working, and yet at the same time, I don't get the reward of being, enslaved to a job so that I can buy, so I can consume, so I can purchase. I'm not able to purchase records as freely as I like to. But no biggie. There's still a lot of good music going around. I guess in general, my attitude towards today's mainstream music is about the same as it has been all along, which is it's so manufactured and it's so geared toward a specific market, which is not me. It's geared towards a youth market. Like, for example, the fact that Drake keeps getting these number ones. I really do like music, and so I'm mystified. It's got to be the cult of personality, that Drake is so popular. I listen to his stuff. I'm not a fan, but I pay attention. Kendrick Lamar is so much better. Future is much more interesting. Migos, interesting. These people talk about stuff that I don't like and pisses me off that this is where life is at. But when it comes to their style and what they do, I think those guys are better. And yet Drake is always on top of the charts. I just really think there's a hidden hand that's always manipulating everything behind the scenes, and very little is genuine when it comes to the mainstream. This track that I'm playing here in the background, I'll turn it up just a little bit. This piece is based on a melody that you can hear by Mew on their album with the super long title, No More Stories. I like the melody so much, they just use it as an interlude on the album. They don't complete it. So I was inspired by it and put that together back, I think in 2013 or 2014. And then, because I had been inspired by Mew, and Jonas is a friend of mine, Jonas Vier, I sent him a copy. I sent him a MP3 of it and said, I hope you don't mind, but I've ripped on this melody of yours. I like it so much. And he said he loved it. He said he liked it so much that I think you've made it yours. You don't have to credit me. Wow. But it's called Mew on the new CD. I really hope that you folks don't mind me doing a little bit of self-promotion. I can't afford to advertise. And I'm excited about having this new stuff available. Would I like to have this come out on vinyl? Absolutely. At this point, living and money goes so quickly that I'm not able to save enough money to print the vinyl myself. I haven't approached anyone yet, but I feel like I'm in a position where I can approach someone, a local entrepreneur or small label, to consider putting the record out. I mean, they'd make their money back. So, wish me luck in gathering energy to pursue a vinyl release of this. But I'll tell you what I am thinking more directly and more realistically of doing, which is as much as I love records and I want to put records out, having something to put out at all is really cool. And making these CDs is affordable right now. I'm considering pressing up another title from my Bandcamp roster, possibly one of my more recent ambient pieces, to put out on CD. I mean, you can listen to the music online, you can buy a download code, and you can burn your own CD. But there's nothing like getting actual product from, yeah, we'll call it product because that's what it is, but getting an actual artifact from the artist. This is just the coolest. So I'm thinking about putting together another ambient release for CD. Okay, folks, the main thing I'm going to talk about in this video, because I'm done, is me and my music. Thank you very much for being interested. Thank you, Friends International, including friends who are friends now who I used to buy your records. You know, I mean, when I can, I still do, who are helping promote my music. John, Luke, am I getting his name wrong? But the guy from Fad Gadget and the Weatherman just is, you know, boosted my Roots of Electric Jazz show today on Facebook. Dave Newhouse of Muffins has been encouraging people to buy my music. It means a lot to me, folks. It does, because those musicians, what they've done has made life better for me. And so it just means the world to me to have their ears and their love and respect.